Hello and welcome to Community Focus, a public affairs program of KECR Radio with your host, Steve Blessing.
Here on Community Focus, we often have the pleasure of letting you know about different ways to stay healthy, keep fit, and remain active well into your mature years. Today, our focus is the San Diego Senior Olympics. Our guest, Danny Propp, the Assistant Director of the San Diego Senior Olympics. Welcome, Danny.
Thank you.
You've got a couple other people here with you today on Community Focus. One side to you, Jim Campbell, softball commissioner for the San Diego Senior Olympics. And Jim, you're also on the board of directors for the San Diego Senior Olympics. Welcome.
Thank you.
And then we're pleased to have as well Dolly Scott. Dolly, you're one of the athletes in the Senior Olympics, I understand. You participate in soccer, softball, and track? Is that correct?
That's right.
Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you.
Now, competition in the San Diego Senior Olympics among the more mature crowd, it sounds like a great idea. Danny, how did the Senior Olympics get started here in San Diego County?
Back in 1988, a gentleman by the name of Sam Cohen started the original San Diego Senior Olympics. Started out with 124 participants, and to date, throughout California, it's grown to about 75,000.
Wow. Now, you held your very first torch run just a few days ago around San Diego County. Tell us about that experience.
Well, I'll tell you, Steve, it was fantastic. We didn't even know whether we were going to have a Senior Olympics this year because of unknown factors. One of them was the fact that our office manager had a stroke the first of the year, and a lot of people were unaware of it, so we thought, well, we don't have enough time to get it together, and, good Lord willing, it happened. Mm-hmm. And it not only happened, but it happened with a nice opening ceremonies and a torch run.
Now, the torch run, if I remember correctly, it started from the USS Midway.
Yes, sir. It started from the USS Midway. We had a retired Admiral, Mac McLaughlin, who is now the executive officer in charge of the USS Midway Museum. He lit the torch, and a young lady by the name of Robin Payne, who ran our original torch in 1984 for the U.S. Olympics, ran the first leg of that event. That's
great. And how many miles was the torch run?
I think it ran over something like 12 and a half miles.
12 and a half miles, and it ended in Hotel Circle, correct?
Right. It went up through Nemitz Boulevard, down through SeaWorld, down the backside through Friars Road, over through Fashion Valley, and into Hotel Circle to the Handlery Hotel.
Great.
We had a great time. We had over 21 runners that helped to carry that torch, and then we had a gentleman by the name of John Cross, who is 87 years old, ran that torch into the Handley Hotel.
I think he came in there around 9 or 9:15 in the evening.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. And, Jim, I do want to bring you in here for this next question. Now, there's a pretty good variety of sports to compete in San Diego Senior Olympics. Tell us about the most common ones.
Well, I think basketball is well populated, bowling, golf, racquetball, soccer, both men and women, softball, swimming, track and field, and volleyball.
All right, and of course you're the softball commissioner.
That's correct.
So
forgot one here, billiards, and our good buddy Dan takes care of billiards.
I imagine billiards would be among the list of maybe, what would you say, some of the more uncommon sports that are part of the San Diego Senior Olympics?
Well, we haven't had billiards for about 4 years, and we decided to bring billiards back. We're also bringing the ballroom dance back. So if there's anybody out there that's 50 and above and wants to go out and cha-cha, jitterbug, or rumba, give us a holler.
We're talking today about the San Diego Senior Olympics beginning this month here in San Diego County. Our guests, Danny Prupp, the Assistant Director of the San Diego Senior Olympics. We're also joined by Jim Campbell, the Softball Commissioner for the local chapter and a member of the Board of Directors. And we also have the pleasure of having one of the San Diego Senior Olympic athletes, Dolly Scott, who is involved in soccer, softball, and track. Now, Dolly, I wanted to ask you, how long have you been involved in the Senior Olympics?
14 years.
What got you involved? Why did you decide to do this?
Well, I've been playing soccer for a long time, so when they finally opened it up for the soccer, women's soccer, that's when I started. And I got into basketball. And track was because I watched it for a while, and I thought I would like to do the field events, not the running, the field events.
I see. Now, are you one of those athletes who trains year-round?
We play all year round, both basketball and soccer.
So you're involved in it year-round, like many of the others. Jim or Danny, let me ask you, are most of the athletes involved in the San Diego Senior Olympics retired?
Many of them. In fact, it's growing. In the old days, what did they do? Sit around and watch a 10-inch black and white TV and smoke a cigar. It's a healthy lifestyle way of life, and our mission statement speaks for itself.
And that mission statement is?
Danny, read that mission statement in there, brother.
It just states that we encourage seniors 50 and above to have a happier, healthier lifestyle by getting involved in exercises, getting involved in sports, through education, through our monthly lifestyle luncheons, where we bring in guest speakers on many, many, many different topics.
Mostly health topics.
Right.
Wonderful. Now, what kind of competition, or is there competition within the state of California for the Senior Olympics?
If you win a medal here in San Diego, then you qualify to go to the state games. If you win a medal there, then you qualify to go to the regional games. And if you qualify there with a medal, then you qualify to go to the nationals.
All right.
Basically what we're saying is city, state, nationals, and the nationals are every other year.
Okay. Let's talk about how people can get involved, either as an athlete or maybe if they want to volunteer or help out with the San Diego Senior Olympics. And I mentioned earlier there's still a little time to register. So, Jim, Danny, help our listeners out. How do they get involved?
Okay. The